Understanding EIPCa's federal legislative proposal, an article series brought to you by Election Integrity Project, California. Part 3, the case for voter ID and proof of citizenship. Election Integrity Project, California has one major goal in 2026, to work with the people and their representatives in state and local government to reach the ears, hearts, and minds of members of Congress. Our House and Senate members must understand the unarguable necessity of enacting into law the elements of EIPCa's proposal for federal election integrity reform legislation. We have overwhelming evidence collected meticulously over 15 years, with much of it cited in our proposal. The power of this much evidence should cause Congress to feel great urgency to act on behalf of the people and the Republic as a whole. State legislatures across the nation have enacted laws that allow all semblance of fairness, honesty, and transparency in their electoral systems to crumble, and very few states, if any, can even begin to meet the constitutional and statutory standards for valid federal elections. Unfortunately, up to now, no one is enforcing accountability. If Congress does not meet its obligation to rectify this constitutional crisis immediately, America will no longer be a republic, but some disastrous combination of socialism, oligarchy, anarchy, and tyranny masquerading as a democracy. Please do not miss a single article in this series designed to foster your understanding of our proposal. Please access any you have missed at our website. EIPCa proposes that Congress mandate proof of citizenship when registering and photo proof of identity when voting. There are clear constitutional requirements one must meet to be eligible to vote in a federal election. Two of those mandate voters be legal U.S. citizens and at least 18 years of age. The same requirements are enshrined in all 50 state constitutions. Unfortunately, only 24 states require absolute proof of identity, which is a government-issued photo ID, to cast a vote. An additional 12 states require some sort of ID for voting, but they do not require photo ID. The remaining 14 states simply ask voters to give their name and address, and whatever answer they give must be accepted without challenge. Put another way, in 12 states, fraudsters may obtain a bank statement, rental agreement, utility bill, or some other similar document belonging to someone else, use it in the polls to identify themselves, and cast an unquestioned and untraceable vote in that name. Worse, 14 states simply trust the word of the person casting a vote, which allows fraudsters to select a name from the publicly available voter rolls and vote in that name with no questions asked. If the citizens of a state are comfortable with that level of accountability for their state and local elections, there is nothing Congress can do. But Congress has ultimate authority over elections of federal offices. For federal elections, Congress can and must legislate that each state require a standardized photo ID that verifies each voter's identity. The 24 states that already meet that standard are careful to provide assistance free of charge to individuals who cannot easily obtain the birth certificate, passport, or naturalization papers necessary to qualify them to receive the mandated photo ID for voting. Congress must mandate that level of assistance in all states to avoid disenfranchising the occasional hapless individual. EIPCa's proposal also asks Congress to require proof of citizenship at the time of voter registration. Currently, states are forbidden to do so because they must accept the federal registration form established by Section 7 of the National Voter Registration Act, known as NVRA. That form asks registrants to affirm citizenship with a signature, but not to offer any proof. Congress must amend the NVRA, which is another ask in our proposal for a later article, and then mandate all states to require official proof of citizenship before a person can be added to the voter rolls. EIPCa's proposal further asks Congress to require equal accountability of citizenship and identification for those voting from overseas. To do so, they would have to amend or supersede certain elements of the Uniformed and Overseas Citizens Absentee Voters Act, known as UOCAVA, and the Military Overseas Voter Empowerment Act, known as MOVE. These changes must require voters coming from military families, those temporarily employed or studying abroad, and expats who have elected to make a permanent home in another country to have the same level of accountability and ballot security as voters within the USA. These two asks, proof of citizenship and proof of identity, are supported by almost 80% of Americans. It is an issue that transcends party lines. And if we, the people, speak up, we can give our federal representatives the courage to codify these mandates. Doing so would help alleviate some of the distrust Americans feel regarding our elections. As you read each of the articles in this series, we urge you to read the corresponding section of the proposal, where you will find expanded discussion, arguments, and links to EIPCa's extensive evidence. We also urge you to stay tuned for how you can get engaged in this effort and for further articles that explore the other elements of EIPCa's proposal. In the meantime, you are invited to read the Federal Election Integrity Reform legislation with AFF legal memo linked in this article for yourself and explore the 100+ links to our supporting documentation. And we urge you to post our articles to all of your social media accounts. I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something that I can do. Adaptation from John Angel James.